That's that high energy YouTube start that we like. Oh, look at the moon. Nice. Alright, let's get started. I'm gonna pick up where we left off because we made so much progress. It would be a shame to lose it. Oh my god, it took forever just to get that one little mission because I didn't consider the fuel amount, and then it took me several tries to get that right. Alright, we're gonna look at the astronaut complex because Kalzi Tribal, that's a fun Kerbal name. Is that Rodan or Rodan? Verbald, Ashbury, Nolan, Jerpont, Gia. That's a good name. You know, kind of call it Heidi. That's so cute. Doman. Alright, how expensive are they to hire? Who do we like best? Gia's pretty good, but she's a pilot. Tribal is very stupid. Also a pilot. Heidi is a scientist. High courage and low stupidity, which, you know, if these things actually meant anything, that would be good. So we have 163,000, and wow, now we don't. That was a bad purchase. I don't have enough money to be doing that sort of thing. Alright, we haven't been to orbit yet. How much time do we have on this? Oh, we got a lot of time. I was worried. What else can we do? Escape the atmosphere. We can definitely do that. We'll get a lot of points. Okay, we'll get 8 points for that. Orbit Kerbal. We are not ready for that. Okay, haul the swivel liquid fuel engine into an escape trajectory. Does that mean like sphere of influence change? As a consequence of a somewhat... Yeah, oh, remember yesterday I didn't read the thing, and so I kind of missed what... I don't even remember what the mission was now. But if I had just read it, then we probably could have gotten it within 2 tries. Of a somewhat worse than average accident at Jebediah Kerman's junkyard and spacecraft parts company. We've been forced to look for some outside help. We have way too many parts like the swivel liquid engine. And nobody's sure how they work, so this is where you come in. We want you to haul this swivel liquid fuel engine into an escape trajectory out of Kerbal. And I think that means sphere of influence change. Oh man, we can lose points on that one, but it is 3 stars. Alright, let's see. Into flight above Kerbal. You to haul the parachute into flight above Kerbal. Well, we're going to do that anyway. So this is very similar to yesterday's. Oh, we have a higher speed, but a smaller altitude window. Okay, we're almost certainly going to do that one. We'll end up doing it accidentally. Landed. Test heat shield. Well, this one will be so simple. Assuming I have the heat shield. Oh, I can't accept anymore. Test decoupler splash down. Conduct a focused observational survey of Kerbal. What is that? Take a crew report in flight above 16,000 meters. Near zone. Okay, so I don't know where that zone is. That might be hard to get to. Another focused observation. So it looks like it just wants a crew report. Oh, what's this? Landed at launch pad. Ship 2 parts. Hey, it's 6:30. It's time for me to wake up. Actually, it's time for me to charge my phone. So, yeah, didn't get as much sleep as I should have today, but not too bad. Is there somebody? There's nobody in here. What is this doing here? I'm confused. Alright, well, let's recover it. Then we'll go look at the research and development, because... Wow, we got 11 science. Speaking of research and development... Okay, we don't have the 15 points we need for that. We only have 11.3. Need 18 for that and 20 for that, so... We've got 2 missions. One is parachute. And it says haul. It doesn't, so I don't know if we need to test it or just have it within these specifications. So what is the last thing that... Why is that there? What is that? Oh, that's when I tried to do the triple. Alright, so this is what we did yesterday. How much fuel is in it? Try a little less fuel. Who's our pilot? Jebediah. Let's see what... Alright, one more. Kerbal flying altitude speed. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh, housekeeping. I didn't see any comments, so I don't think I have any corrections, other than I just made some mistakes yesterday. And oh, and the I guess we had some network issues because the show got broken into 2 shows in the archives, and by the end, oh, we have a little bit of dropped frames today too. By the end of the show, the buffer was over a minute long. Alright, so throttle's not important because this is a solid fuel. Let's get this out here so we can see when we have green lights. Altitude is still low. Speed is about... Oh, okay. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Oh, and now was I going too slow? Oh, we got the green light. Alright, let's just find our way back home. Whee! The ground, it's coming right at us. So we got maybe 3 hours today. So maybe we'll get something accomplished. I probably should have come out of warp before we landed, but everything worked out. So we got 13 science. You know what that means. Something. Alright, so we've got bigger fuel tank. This one holds 90 versus 45, so it's twice as big. And looks like more than twice as heavy? No, about twice as heavy. So it just allows us to reduce our part count. Brilliant. Thumper. Alright, so... nothing is really known about this thing. Use it at your own risk. So it's a winglet. I don't think it gives us any... control. I think it just gives us stability and lift. And/or lift. Right. Nose cone would be handy if I want to do a triple rocket. And what do we got here? Heat shields, barometric pressure. Okay, more science. Radiator. Why do we need a radiator? Side mount chutes, service bay. I'm not sure what we want to do here. Let's go back and look at the mission building. Escape the atmosphere. We could definitely do that. We'll get 8 points. Test the heat shield landed. Alright, let's... That one's going to be so easy that it would be dumb not to do it. We can actually take that off. That's not heat shield. What do we look? Oh, it's a flame because it's thermal. Alright, put that bad boy on there. Take it out to the yard. Spin it around, catch it on fire. Some hoosker do's, some hoosker don'ts. Kerbal landed. And run test. Green light. Recover. How hard was that? It's like 3 points. Science. Okay, this is parts. We didn't get any reputation. Oh, it didn't say how much science we got. That's weird. Orbit Kerbal, escape the atmosphere. That one's tempting. We can get some nice points for it. I don't think we're ready for that. Splash down at Kerbal. That's fairly easy, 4 points. Radial decoupler at the launch site. That doesn't pay well. Observation, observation, observation. This will be a little more interesting, I think. So let's go ahead and do this one. I probably should have read the fine print. Let's read the fine print. Let's see. Legally, we cannot call ourselves a space program without actually going to space. I don't know that that's true. I think it's. I think intent counts for something. Continue advance records break. All right. Breach the atmosphere by flying a vessel to an altitude 70,000 meters to achieve this goal. All right. We can do that. Let's start with, okay, we got all that. Let's, yeah, let's, oh no, don't say it. Somebody crying? I think it's gonna be okay. Let's go ahead and get this bigger fuel tank. Not enough science? My bad. We only have 14. I guess that one didn't pay anything and I just wasn't paying attention. Maybe it only gave us 1 point or something. Okay, so we got that. Fuel tank. Let's do about 3 of these. Alt click to duplicate. Put an engine on it. If you really love it, should have put an engine on it. Do these in triple. Low as we can get them. Test for center of mass versus aerodynamic. Okay, this is going to be a little unstable. And as the fuel empties, the center of mass will go up. So I think that'll be okay. What do we have for structural? Just that. So that's about as good as that's going to get. All right, next, decoupler. Then we're going to do a solid. Let me do you a solid. Did I put the decoupler on there? I did. Alright, now you'll notice that our center of drag is way out in front of our center of mass. This simply will not do. So we're going to do the same thing down here. We're going to try a triple. Low as we can get it, and there we go. Once again. And as we burn fuel, the center of mass will move up. Alright, I think this is going to work. I don't know if it's enough to get us out of the atmosphere, but it's going to be a good start. We don't have anything to test, we just need to accomplish the goal. Just need to meet the mission parameters. Alright. SAS. Now this is liquid fuel, so we will need to throttle up now or later. I think we'll do it later. So for now, let's hit the gas. Did I put a decoupler in here? Yes, I did. And I don't think I put one in here. I did. Okay. See if I can tilt over a little bit. Almost out of fuel. And throttle up. Oh, I need to stage again. There we go. I didn't check my staging, so luckily we didn't have an accident. Alright, AP is 70. Oh! We're probably gaining too much velocity too low in the atmosphere. But I think we're still gonna escape the atmosphere. We're getting pretty far down range. And I don't have I don't have any options other than just stability assist. Prograde would be perfect here to reduce our drag. We're going to space. We're through the atmosphere is thin enough here. We're not going to have enough resistance to bring this AP down. We'll look at the big picture. It's not that impressive, you know, but it's something. There's 70. We achieved the goal. And we're getting the transmission. World first milestone. Actually, let's just take SAS off. Oh, it'll drift if you take it off. If you start to move it in one direction, it'll keep moving in that direction unless acted upon by an outside force. Alright. Oakinged EVA cannot disembark while off Kerbal surface. Astronaut complex upgrade required. Interesting. I was not aware of that. Can we IVA? Ooh. So many switches and dials. Anyone know what all of this means? You ever seen anyone play in just this mode? So we don't have the hammer with us, and we're not quite in orbit. Let's see. C to get back outside, and we can also do a cutaway. He seems to be okay with the situation. What do we got back here? We got tools and snacks. It's a good thing he brought board games. It's going to be a long drive. Laundry. Seems like a lot of laundry. Toothbrushes, of course. If only I had a toothbrush. How many times have I said that? At least 4. Food, not food. Air. Parts. More science. Where's the... Oh, there's science, and there's more science. Wow. You'd think there'd be room for a brain in there. Alright, what are we looking at? We are descending. We're still not in the atmosphere. I think I'm going to try to come in on a retro orientation, but I don't know if I can save this, all this down here. If I can get these to stay with the vehicle, then I think we'll recover more money at the recovery stage. Okay, coming up on atmosphere. We're back in the soup. And I don't know how fast. Well, right now we're going over 1,000. I don't know what the temperature tolerance is on any of these things. The engine should be okay. The fins probably, maybe, I don't know. We're still accelerating, which we will probably until we get down to the lower end of this dark blue. And luckily the SAS in this control pod, command pod, is strong enough to orient us. Uh-oh, getting a little bit squirrely. No. Trying to keep this on the retro marker and it just does not want to cooperate. Probably because of the fins. Get over there, get over there. And we seem to be decelerating, which is good. Wow, this is difficult. Alright, I think we're past the risk of explosion. Maintaining constant pressure on the controls, and I can't quite get back to retro, which is okay, but oh, there we go. Oh, no, wrong. Oh. What's our altitude? 3,000. Let's go ahead and pop the chute. Oh, it should have popped already. We're gonna die. Why didn't that... Why didn't the chute open? Oh, I probably... Yeah, I should have hit that sooner. We could attach a drogue chute if I have one. I don't think I have one. I don't know what the maximum speed for opening is. Alright, let's go again. I guess I'll just have to ditch the extra parts next time. Stability, launch. Get a little bit of tilt here. Looking good, getting ready to separate. Separating. And throttling up. Halfway through the fuel, AP is at 50, 60, 70,000. We're in the upper atmosphere. Oh, no. Okay, that'll work. Take SAS off and... I figured that the drag would straighten us out. Alright, so we're going much higher this time. Gonna go ahead and speed things up. We're in space. Now we got much higher this time, so we're probably going to come down much faster. Or reach a higher speed before we start slowing down again. Seems like a kind of a rough ride, but I mean there's no friction with anything, so I don't know why he's buckling in there, unless it's the SAS. Nope. Bad camera mount? I don't know. Re-entry in 30 seconds, but we're compressing time. Alright, Flash Gordon. Let's go ahead and come back to normal speed. Yeah, I don't think we got over 13,000 last time, did we? Okay, something went wrong. I think it was the winglets. Yeah, the winglets are gone. We are decelerating. Already down to 7,000. I think we're going to need to separate. Yeah, separating, and there we go. Can we slow down enough? Alright, we slowed down enough. Yeah, I think we were going to come in too hot, and the parachute wouldn't have opened because it wouldn't have been safe. Oh, we are still going too fast. We've got 500 meters to go. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Worry not. Jebediah is going to survive this one. This time. He seems a little more sedate now. And Kersplush. Recover. Oh, on Twitch? Cool. I only have 100 followers on Twitch. I shouldn't be surprised. Twitch is where I'm least popular? That sounds weird. We got 40 science? Oh, 8 science earned, total 4. I'm not sure how we got so much science out of that, but I will take it. So now we can get some stuff. I hear voices. Not the usual voices. I think these ones are real. What to get, what to get, what to get. Let's go and look at the missions first. We still have the mission to go out. How much is this to upgrade? 75,000. Kerbals can perform EVAs. Kerbals on EVA can place flags. 75,000. I don't think I'm quite ready to spend that. Let's see what we have in here. We still have that mission, which I think we can do now. No, probably not, because our part count is still limited to 30. So bright. You mean the game? Yeah. Every time I play this, my friend King Akira, who also streams Kerbal Space Program, is always telling me, can you turn the brightness up? And I was just like, really? Okay. But only because I love you. Let's see. Ambient light booster. Ambient. Oh, wow. Let's try that. I think that'll be better. Let's try that out. Chastise me if it's not good enough. Missions. Available. Thumper booster into flight over Kerbin. We could do that. Orbit Kerbin. We might be able to do that. Probably not. I don't think we can keep the vehicle stable through the various stages of flight. Plus, we would also have to re-enter. We might be able to do this. It would be ambitious, but we might be able to do that. Test heat shield in flight over Kerbin. Ooh, we could do that. Radial parachute, decoupler splashed down, and surveys. Thumper booster into flight. It only pays 4. I'm tempted to try this one, but if we can't do it, then well, there's no penalty if we don't accomplish it. All you need to do is throw yourself at the ground and miss. I don't know if I can do the part count. That's the main problem. If we do this, then we can use fewer fuel tanks. What do we have left? We have 20 left. Definitely can't do that. Nose cones might help if we use a multiple stacks, and then none of these are going to actually help get us higher, and I don't think anything here. The nose cones probably be the biggest help. Alright, let's do a quick save, and then I'm going to accept that mission. Wait, what mission? Oh, Orbit Kerbin. That's the one we're gonna... Now this Thumper into flight above Kerbin. Altitude, okay, so it has to be near... that's a very narrow speed as well. That would be... I think that would be the real challenge, is to hit the speed in this very small window of altitude. Yeah, and you get 4 points for completion, 3 points deducted for failing. Oh no, that's reputation. That's science. Alright. Let's go ahead and try this. Might not work. How much to upgrade the building? Pretty much all we have. Alright, let's see if we can keep a tiny spider hanging there. That was weird. I doubt you could even see it with the resolution. Is the brightness okay? I'm assuming it is. Alright, we're going to keep this, I think. I missed the decoupler. There we go. And we'll keep that. We'll get rid of these. We'll go with the bigger fuel tank. Another decoupler. I'm going to put a third stack in the middle. Oh, before I do that, let's make sure we're stable. Although this part will be in space, so I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. I don't think it will. By the time we get to this stage, we'll be in space, so we don't need to worry about the aerodynamics. Alright, another fuel tank. Wait, did I do that right? Yes. Another fuel tank. I think that'll be enough. Yeah, because that'll get us... Well, our mass will be greater, but I think that'll get us into orbit, and then that, or to get us into space, and this should get us into orbit. One can hope. Right, let's put an engine on it. Oh. At sea level 167, at sea level 205. So this is better in the atmosphere and out of the atmosphere. Does it weigh more? The weight is similar. Wait, the Reliant actually weighs less and is more efficient? Well, I think it's kind of a duh, isn't it? Is there a reason? Oh, the swivel probably has more gimbal. Gimbal 3 degrees, and the Reliant has a gimbal. Does the Reliant not have a gimbal? Reliant doesn't have a gimbal. That's a problem. Because we're going to be relying on it for steering. Alright. So we'll stay with the swivel. I mean, we could try the other one, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to work in our favor. Alright, now we do need to bring that blue ball down. Let's try 3 fins. Actually, yeah, let's try fins first. Triple. As low as we can get them. Alright, we've got it. That's good. And compare those to these. I think these weigh more, don't they? 0.037, 0.01. So yeah, we will stick with the traditional. They might be less aerodynamic. But we're going to be okay. And we'll get a separator on there. Decoupler. Oh, there's already a decoupler. Right here. Yeah. And that already has fins, and alright, our part count is 17. Alright, check staging. Oh, that would have been disastrous. Wait, what? I messed that up. Alright, this goes down here. That one goes with that one. And that one goes with that one. And that is for re-entry, and we might as well put these two together. Alright, now what's our mission? Yeah, I should not have accepted that mission. Take the hammer to 90,000 meters. I should not have accepted that mission. Alright, we've got 3 stages. We've got a total of 2300, 2400 delta V. Hopefully that's enough. Let's see what happens. Alright, stability on. I'm going to leave the throttle off. And let's go! Alright. 50, let's start our turn. Halfway through the first stage fuel. Turn is not as sharp as I would like. Ready to separate and throttle up. That's the cap lock, not the shift. There we go, that's a little better. Let's see if we can tilt a little bit more. Get over to about 70 degrees. Does not like to turn, which is kind of good. How high are we? 13,000. Oh. Alright, so we are not going to have enough fuel for an orbit. And cut the engine. That'll get us to 80,000. We've got a lot of fuel. We might make it. We might not be able to come back down. Let's turn the SAS off. No. I should have kept the SAS on. Special air service, right? Alright, the atmosphere is thin enough that the drag shouldn't matter much. I can see our AP is coming down a little bit. Apoapsis height. Looking at the map screen. Wow, okay, there we go. 1 minute. 90 seconds until apoapsis. I don't think we're going to have enough fuel to orbit. Alright, come out of the map screen. Let's tilt over towards the horizon. And once we hit 70, I'll open it up. Yeah, we're not going to be able to gain enough speed because I think this has got to be like 2,000 for an orbit. And yeah, fuel's almost gone. Fuel is gone. Bingo fuel, I think is the term. So yeah, we are coming back down. Which is good, you know. You don't want to get stranded in space, do you? So should we revert? We're not really gaining anything by continuing this mission. Other than, you know, the music's kind of cool. Should we go with solid rocket again? Go back to the vehicle assembly. Alright, so stage 1. No, stage 3. Yeah. 2.2, 3.1. 23 seconds. 500, 700. We could use the thumper. And keep our part count down. Shift click to select everything, move it up a little bit. So let's set the fins aside and we'll take the hammer off and put the thumper on. Ew. Let's look at our aerodynamic to mass overlay. That's pretty bad. And where are those fins? Right here. I guess we do need to see all of that. Oh, what did I do? Click! There we go. And set that back to triplicate. And that looks adequate. So we're relying heavily on the thumper, and we're not going to be able to get a lot of lateral speed with it. So I don't think this is going to work, but let's see what we come up with here. Stability. Whoa, it's trying to tip over. Let's Let's go back to the launch, and then we'll launch immediately. There we go. Trying to get our gravity turn started a little earlier. Alright, halfway through the fuel on the first stage. Standing by to throttle up. Stage and throttle. Apoapsis is 50. Fuel's almost gone. Yeah, this is not going to work. Fuel's almost gone. Let's go ahead and I cut the throttle. No, I almost cut the throttle. Let's stage and give it a little bit of goose, a little bit of gas here. So if we can get that up to about 110. All right, cut. We're going to be slowing down a lot through most of the atmosphere. Yeah, we're going to be slowing down too much. We're already down to 1,000. All right, just tip over a little bit more. And light the candle. And we are going through our fuel way too fast, so there is no way we're going to hit a positive periapsis. Go ahead and cut the engine. See what the map screen looks like. So, if we wanted to drop bombs on our neighbors, we're almost there. Wow, our AP went up a lot. Yeah, that was pointed almost at the horizon. What are you going to do? Back to the drawing board. I like to do drawings. So we need more in this middle stage. And we need a shallower ascent. We need a shallower ascent that will last longer. Let's see, get in here. That's the engine. I don't know that one of these is going to be enough. More fuel, right? That's always the answer. Let's get our center of gravity to drag overlay on. Still too high. Oh, that's only one fin. That's plenty good. And also plenty good. But now, our thrust to weight ratio is still reasonably good. What's our part count? 18. We could do some lateral mounts Put little boosters on the side, put nose cones on those. It's going to be a lot of drag though. Probably not worth it. Curious. That's off. And nose cones. Staging. That doesn't seem to be the right rocket. No. There we go. That's the primary. So let's add a thing there. Put that down there. Then we're going to need to stage into this one. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. So we put that right. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. All right. I have a bad feeling about this. Anyway, so separate and ignite. And then as we separate those, we can throw this on. And as we separate that, that goes on. And then this is for our descent. I'm curious. Are you curious? Oh, see, this goes down to 1.5. That could be a problem. I might be better off putting these down here. We'll try that if this doesn't work. Unable to launch. Launch pad can't support vehicles heavier than 18 tons. And I am 20? Yeah, 20.37. Let's see how much it costs to upgrade the launch pad. Right click, 50,000. Let's do it. I should have just launched from there. I could have done that. So let's try again. Got a problem? Throw money at it. Let's see, stability, launch. Yeah, it is not jumping off the launch pad like it had. Big surprise. And so far we're still only at 70 meters per second, so pretty sure that I'm going to want to add those at the bottom. I don't think I can straighten it out now. No, it's too top heavy. This is working perfectly. We're flying horizontally. This is ridiculous. Wow, and we burned through that very fast, but we got a lot of speed out of it. Alright, so let's go back to the drawing board. We'll put our triplets down with the first stage. That's all I wanted to do, one. These separators probably won't overheat. Alright, so we're going to put those with that, and we don't need this now because they're just attachments. Decoupler, disable staging. There we go, so those are off. So we get 4 engines and then a separation, and then that separation wait a second. Okay, yeah, well... Oh, I see. It only disabled one of the 3. Okay, so once again, separation, engine, we can put those together, and then separation, engine, and then separation, land. Alright. I'm not very hopeful, but I feel like this is going to tell me what I need to know. Whoa! It wants to fall over, and it wants to fall over the wrong way. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. These are going to burn out before this burns out. Should have known that. So we are going to enable staging. Wait, what? Oh, they're all... No, okay, so this time they all 3 are going at the same time. We'll move those up here to the first stage. This will continue to burn, and then once it burns out, we stage and okay. We need to launch immediately. Stabilize and launch. As soon as the screen comes up. Stabilize, launch. Oh, and it's already going the wrong way. Trying to bring us back to the east. It's fighting me! It's still fighting me. We're getting some altitude, which is good because the atmosphere will be thinner when we stage. Halfway through this stage's fuel. I am seriously just bruising my finger trying to get this to turn eastward. Alright, standing by for on the throttle. Actually stage, throttle up, correct the vector. We need to come over a lot. Alright, and then more throttle. AP 60,000. This is not going well. Halfway through the fuel on this stage. We got 2 minutes to apoapsis. Yeah, this is not going well. Speed, yeah, not going well. We're already down to 1,000. There's no way. And halfway through the fuel, periapsis is coming up, but we'll end up getting stranded in space even if I can't quite make it anyway. Alright, back to the drawing board. If we swap these swabbies out for maybe not the same thing, but I feel like these won't be enough. But at the same time, if we get too much acceleration in the lower atmosphere, we're going to overheat. That wasn't 3. So let's try 3 of these. That looks right. Is that right? That's good enough. Alright, so we've got these 3, and then that one, and then these. Alright, so put these together. Stage. Probably still not going to be enough. Swap this out for bigger tank. Alright, we're starting with, that's a lot of thrust to weight ratio. 23-second burn, continuing. I don't know if that's an additional 42 seconds or 42 minus 23, since these are going to be burning at the same time. Got a total delta V of over 4,000. I can't remember what you need for escape or for orbit. It might be 6,000 or it might be 4,000. Let's take a look. But again, they might try to fall over. Yeah, see, it's trying to fall over. No bueno. And I don't think I have the things. Yeah, I don't have the things where you can stabilize the rocket prior to launch. I don't remember this being in here before. All right. First of all, let's get these a little bit lower. We can do it this way, I suppose. All right. Then let's go again. And we're going to immediately launch to try to keep it from tipping. Okay, we're fairly straight. We're a little bit west, but it looks like we are able to correct. Alright, that's good. I just hope I got my staging right. I don't have my staging right. Damn it. Oh, and the central one isn't going yet. Let's activate engine and decouple. Damn it, they decoupled separately. That's alright. Always check your staging. It's the ABCs of rocketry. Always be checking staging. Well, we already have an AP of 40. That's good. We got 20% of the fuel left on the solid rocket. Our AP is almost extra atmospheric, and there we go. And throttle up. Okay. And let's get a little bit more of our turn here. Somebody is definitely crying. AP of 100. We're halfway through the fuel on this stage. This is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and cut a little bit here. Periapsis is... Let's turn towards the horizon. Okay, we're in space. 2 minutes to apoapsis. We'll wait till about 90 seconds to apoapsis, and then we'll warm the engine up a little bit. Take a look at the map screen while we're waiting. Alright, so we need to turn this ellipse into a circle without wasting all of our fuel. Alright, off of the map screen. Cut engine. Keep pointing at that horizon. Alright, coming up on 90 seconds. Yeah, and our velocity is under 1,000. So that might be a problem. Let's stage. Try to watch the ratio of our periapsis to fuel, and it's going to be close. Ooh, get ready to cut the engine. And we have positive peri. Ooh, we have an orbit. We have an orbit. And we have enough fuel, I hope, to get home. So, 19 minutes to apoapsis. So we need to go to the apoapsis. Wow. Okay. All right. That worked out. I'm not quite sure how. We can go to the apoapsis, do a retro burn, and get ourselves back into the atmosphere so we can slow down. Okay, so let's warp ahead to here. Oh, can I not? Can I not warp ahead to here? It's not letting me warp ahead. Interesting. So let's try the keys. There we go. Keyboard warp. And we're not under acceleration, so I can go faster than 4 times or whatever that one is. What's going on? Oh, this is that like an aurora borealis? Yeah, that's amazing. Good job, squad. I've never seen it firsthand. I don't really have a bucket list. But if I did, that would be on it. I've been to Canada. As a child, I went to Canada. Maybe I have seen it and I just don't remember. That would be a shame. I went to Canada, I think I want to say it was 1975 or 70. I don't think it was 70. Maybe it was 76. I think it was the year my sister graduated high school. Maybe it was the year before. All right, let's get a little bit closer. And as we're time warping, the borealis effect is more apparent. Alright, and we're going to turn to retro, which is this yellow marker here. So basically we're pointing the opposite direction of the direction we're traveling. So, wow, it's dark. No wonder King Akira wants me to turn the brightness. Oh wow, look how dark the planet is. I don't know if you can see it. That is planet Kerbal. If we zoom out a little bit more, or a lot more. No, that's about as much. Okay, there we go. You can kind of see the outline of the planet against the star background. Alright, so we are... Zoom in there. We are going that way, and we're facing that way. Ooh, there's the mun. Alright, time to apoapsis. We've already passed it. So, let's light this up, and we want to get the periapsis down to, I would say at least 40, if not 30,000. Okay, we're good. And then as we're entering the atmosphere, we can use the engine to slow down a little bit before we eject the everything from the command module back. So, I wasn't sure that was going to work. I kind of thought that it might not. As you can see, our periapsis is not on a collision course with the planet, but it is on a collision course with the atmosphere. Alright, let's speed things up again. And if I just maximize warp, it'll automatically kick us out of warp once we hit the atmosphere. There we go. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. There we go. How fast are we going? Very fast! Very fast. Alright, so let's go ahead and warm the engine up. And we'll see if we can get our velocity down a little bit before we get too deep in the atmosphere. And that's the name of that tune. We are out of fuel. What's our periapsis now? Is now a negative number, so we are on a collision course with the ground. Let's go ahead and eject the engine and fuel stage. I'm going to take the SAS off so that the air resistance wheel will steer the craft. And that way our built-in heat shield, don't fail me now, should take care of us, although we're going pretty fast. I can't remember what the heat overlay is. But we're not getting a temperature gauge. Jebediah's in good spirits. We are under 2,000 meters per second, down to 30,000 meters altitude. Looks like we're going to land above ground, or on ground, above land. We're going to land on land. Words are hard. Parachute's already deployed. It's Sharon. It's T-Ray. You're on the air.
Excellent. Is there a storm moving in from the north? Because the wind is blowing from the north, and there is a wall cloud that was not here 10 minutes ago when I drove out of town.
I will have to look it up.
Alrighty, thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Sharon is concerned about the weather. And with 500 tornadoes so far this year, it's a reasonable fear. I'm a little bit worried about crashing. I think oh, that worked anyway. I'm a little bit worried about crashing into the ground, but parachute's already deployed. Altitude 1,000. I'm going to go ahead and move this up to 2,000. Because we are over the ground. What is our 97 versus 76? Oh wow, I'm gonna move this up a lot. I don't see our shadow yet. I do need to look at the weather. 4,000. Alright, so this is going to be a long ride down, but and it appears to have gone off of radar altimeter instead of sea level barometric, whatever you call that. Alright, so let's go ahead and ride this down real fast. I'm going to be on a different screen looking at the weather. Alright, National Weather Service. Refresh. It's not on a loop, so it's hard to tell. Southern Mississippi Valley, Southern Plains, I think that's us, yeah. Oh, wow. We do have something coming out of the north. Let me check the actual... Oh, I did not mean to search it. I meant to go to it. Did you hate that? When you do a Google search? When you mean to put in a URL? Special weather statement, hazardous weather outlook, severe thunderstorm. Let's look at hazardous weather outlook. Hail, thunderstorm, lightning. Let's look at special weather statement. Wind gusts, look like straight line winds. Significant weather advisory until 8:15 p.m., which is half an hour, a little more than half an hour. These storms may intensify. Severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect. They're not predicting tornadoes, but hail, thunderstorms, those you know, those don't necessarily mean tornadoes, but you don't typically have tornadoes without those. Let me share that with you. Where's my OBS? There it is. Oh, looks like we landed. Good for us. Display capture 2. And then, so this, we're in the Joplin area, and so all of this is north of us. Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. I only do this on Chrome. I don't. Yeah, so looks like this tail end here is gonna get us pretty wet, and so we're gonna have a lot of thunder. The lightning will probably go around us. Most of the rain looks like it'll go around us, but we may get wet. Let me update Sharon, and we can get back to the game. Hello. It looks like it's going to go mostly to the north of us, but they're not saying anything about tornadoes, but it does look like we're going to have everything but tornadoes.
Right. It was just like Derek literally, as we were walking out the door, was like, "Do I need to roll my windows up?" I was like, "No, it's clear, it looks good." And
I love Derek, but I don't always trust his judgment.
Well, it was me. It was my judgment.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna go get dinner, so I'm gonna bring home food.
I like food.
All right. Love you.
Love you. Bye. So, if I die, it's because the National Weather Service didn't do their job. All right, so it looks like we got 29 total science. And we earned 10. So that's pretty good. I thought we were going to earn 8. So can't help but be happy about that. Funds from recovered parts. So our funds, we made money on that deal. We could probably upgrade a building. And Jebediah has been to orbit, so he's a stud now. Okay, what are we going to do next? We've got 29. We could do some more fuel, bigger fuel tank. Okay, so those are tempting. We don't have enough for anything. Oh, I don't have enough for that either, do I? No. So pretty much the only thing I can do is this or wait. Alright, so, well, that's still fairly... Why does that say 101? Oh, Engineering 101. So this will give us more parachutes, another science experiment. I'm not sure why we need this radiator panel, because I don't think we have anything that creates heat. Strut. Alright, let's go ahead and research. And looking ahead. Ooh, I didn't realize the cookie jar, that's what I call it, experimental storage unit, was so early in the list. I mean, it's a simple part, but I think if you mount multiples of these on your vehicle, you can go out and collect the same data, the same experiment over and over again, load each iteration into another cookie jar, and then go to Mobile Science Lab, is that what it's called? Which is not here, but it's probably... Is that it? No. So maybe it's here. Yeah, mobile process. Oh, you know, does it even say how much that costs? 160. So it's a long way to get there. But you can have multiple... I haven't tested this, but I'm pretty sure it's the case. You can take all those different experiments, take them to different mobile processing labs, and they can all process the same information. And you get, you know, so you have 4, you quadruple your science. Right, so what are we going to do next? Let's look at mission control. We haven't built an airplane yet. Test parachute over Kerbal. It's the same parachute. So it has to be staged. You can't right-click activate it. It's fairly simple. We get 8. I think it's fairly simple. What's the altitude? 9,000 to 13. So it's a fairly small window. But other than that, it's not difficult. Do we have any 3 stars up here? No, we don't. Survey. Let's look here to see. I don't think I have any airplane parts either. Yeah, so I can't even build an airplane. We are... Alright, here's Kerbal Space Center. So there's one, and there's 2 out here. Below 18,000 kilometers. Yeah. If I could build an airplane, I might try that one. But I can't build an airplane yet. Pretty sure. Let's take a look. Kinda gotta be. Yeah, so I don't have an airplane cockpit. I don't have airplane parts. I don't have airplane landing gear. So, no bueno. Back to mission control. Alright. Test the thumper into flight above Kerbal. So again, it's a fairly small window. You can't really adjust your speed. You just have to get it right. And it's worth 4 science, but if you fail and you have a year to do it, I don't love it. This one is still escape trajectory out of Kerbal, so no. No. Explore the Mun. We got our orbit. I don't think we're ready to go to the Mun. If we increased our part count, we just need to do a flyby. Be a pretty ambitious project. It would. Okay, radial mount. Oh, what do we still have anything active? Oh, yeah. What do I got to do with this? We want you to test the radial mount parachute. Oh. I didn't even know. That's... There we go. Test the RT hammer solid. Orbiting Kerbal. Oh my god. So I have to do the same thing again. Put a hammer on top of it. Alright. We have an experiment to do. So, Untitled, is it this one? Trying to think how to do this. How big is the hammer? Is the hammer the medium-sized one? It is. So it's going to be a lot of weight. Oh, I need a decoupler there too. And then I want next to no fuel in this. Let's change pilots. Let's give Val a little experience. Oh, except with Jebediah in control, we'll get a little bit more control. Still. Alright, as soon as we hit the launch pad, we've got to go. Oh, staging. We'll always be checking staging. Alright, that goes to that. Oh, that's not good. So that decoupler is right there. So we want that up there. We want that. Yeah, this is just a mess. Glad I checked this. That's there. So that goes there. And that goes there. Actually, let's keep those in separate parts so I can separate and then ignite. Alright. That's good. So the rest should be good. Except it's not. Alright, I think that will work. I kind of wish I had SAS. And that doesn't have any gimbaling. So once we light it, I guess the one thing that I can do is use the thrust limiter. So I'll start it on 1, and then I can bring it up if I need, when I want to. All right. We gotta, as soon as, oh no! Oh no, you know what that sound means, right? Where is that? Da-da! So this has got to sync. See anything else that I could play? Something. Oh, great. Now Steam is not responding. I hope that doesn't break the game. I'm just glad that we could share this moment together. And it's syncing. Okay. Fleet command. I don't think I even have that installed. I played it once back in the Windows 98 days. I didn't get very far. I had other things I was more interested in. Probably Asheron's Call or Homeworld, which I have that too. Such a good game. If you're at all interested in RTS and you're interested in space, it's an old game, but it's great. And they updated the graphics, so that's not so much of a problem now. All right, let's get back into Kerbal. And I've got a lot of mods that don't work. Oh, my friend Kiefer wanted people to check out his site, his YouTube channel. Posted it in the Discord. Let me copy that link. See if I can get that in here. Nope, that's not going to be it. Maybe if I actually click on the link and then copy the, oh, what is that? Yeah, that'll work. Bing. And I will put that in the YouTube description as well for anyone that wants to just click on it. I don't remember how to spell Kiefer. Or channel. Or how to not cap lock. Is that thing still loading? If I go back here. Oh, yeah, I totally spelled that wrong. K-I-E, 1F. Is it 1F? It's 2 F's. Let's get the game going because it's going to take a while. Oh, that's what I was going to do. History, recently closed. Closed tabs. Copy URL. And here, there we go. So that is now in the YouTube description. Hey everybody. Oh, were we back already? Do do do. Do 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 do. Have you heard this song before? Right, staging. Good, 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 good. It's good. Alright, fuel is low, thrust limiter on. Alright, just the way I left it. Hope for the best. Actually, I didn't check to see who the pilot is. I don't really care. If it's Jebediah, then we should have more SAS targets. Oh, it's Jebediah. Alright, let's get this going a little bit more to the east. Got like a weird mustache hair or something going here. Wow, we are burning up the night. Getting ready to stage. Instant explosion. See, this is why King Akira is always asking me to turn the brightness up. Throttle is down. Looks like it's starting to warm up in here. And I keep trying to turn east and it's not working. Let's throttle up a little bit. Apoapsis is... Whoa! Is already 70,000. Exit atmosphere in 70 seconds. We are not full throttle. We're about half throttle. Apoapsis is pretty decent. Alright, I'm going to start turning more, even though we're not out of the atmosphere yet. 2 minutes to apoapsis. Reduce thrust. We're almost extra atmospheric. There's the music. Alright, we're approaching the apoapsis at 91 seconds. I think we can give it a little bit. And we just ran out of fuel on that stage. Cut the throttle. Stage. Now we need to make this count. So we're going to point at the horizon. Wait till we get about a minute out, and then we'll warm up that engine. The closer we are to the apoapsis, the more efficient we are at raising our periapsis. And you can see that our prograde marker is drifting towards the horizon because we are... Whoa, too close. We're too close. There we go. As we get closer to the apex, our direction is parallel or tangent, whatever, to the... Whoa. Our other engine piece. Let's warm the engine up. Oh, we're only 30 seconds. I talked too much. We're only 30 seconds from the apoapsis. Going full throttle now. Let's keep that nose right at the horizon. 27 seconds. Fuel. Yeah, we kind of had this trouble last time. I might run out of fuel before we get... Yep. That was not a good launch. And I don't think I have enough fuel to both get us into orbit and back out of orbit. So, let's revert. I think we can just... See, we have more mass, so that's one thing that's holding us back. So we can add a little bit more fuel to this stage. This thing's already so tall. Let's just go ahead and give it another try. And... SAS launch. Let's see if we can get a little bit eastward. Not very much. Sorry, we got a little bit of eastward going. That's good. Twist it a little bit. There we go. Ready to stage. I'm continuing to try to turn right. I'm going to cut the engine, turn the SAS off so that we can maximize aerodynamics. We're already back under 1,000 meters per second. That didn't work. There we go. 50,000. Let's warm the engine back up. Half throttle. Let's turn it towards the horizon. From this angle, yeah, the horizon's probably not a bad target. AP is continuing to rise. There we go. Let's stage. Cut engine, stage. Yeah, once again, I don't think... Oh, wow, what happened there? I don't think we were going to get a positive periapsis before we run out of fuel. 400, 350, 3... Nope, we are not. Alright, so back to the drawing board. I could use more solid rocket fuel, but I don't think that's what we want to do. We could also change these to thumpers. Then we'll have way too much, and we might burn up. Let's raise these up times 3. We might burn up in the atmosphere from just going too fast. Let's get rid of these engines. What's that noise? That looks about right. I don't have struts, do I? No. That could be a problem. Nose cones. There they are. What is that pounding sound? Alright, ABC. Put these together. Might be better off running these separately, to be perfectly honest. Let's do that. We're going to get a lot of kick out of these, so... Another possibility is that when these separate, they tip in. So maybe I should put some fins on the outside here. Oh, yeah, I definitely need fins, if for no other reason than to be stable. Let's try these pretty ones. Because I like pretty ones. And that did the trick. Hopefully they don't catch on fire. And hopefully when we separate, that gives them an outward force. Hopefully. Which means that the separator, the decoupler, should probably be more like right here. Alright. Staging. The rest should be fine. Unable? Oh, it's over 30. How much does this one cost? Cost 13,000. And we have 38,000. Alright, so let's go ahead and save. Leave the building. And now we can upgrade the building, right? Because it's $250,000. $250,000 almost. I hit the wrong button. If only I could read. You know, it's going to be a fabulous real estate development. It's going to be the biggest, it's going to be the hugest, it's going to be the best one you've ever seen. I could have just gone straight to the launch pad. Alright, now cover the SAS and the stage key, and then as soon as we hit the ground, Whoa, Jane! Stop this crazy thing. Why is it pulling that way? Are we... maybe we're top heavy? I wouldn't have thought so. We are... yeah, we're not going to be able to do this. Let's go straight back to the launch pad and see if we can get a better launch. Maybe something just went wacky. It's a very good dancer. Shall we try it? Yeah, it's already funked up. Yeah, this is not gonna work. I wonder why it's so jacked up. Maybe if we burn all three at the same, or all four at the same time? I don't think so, though. Something else is going on. Maybe we can try the different winglets. Oops. So that looks good. I didn't see what it was with the other ones, but... oh, maybe these create lift. And so it was torquing the rocket. I bet that's it. Let's go again. Covering stabilization and launch. That is much straighter. I should have had these on separate stages. Got a little bit of a twist there. Alright, so we separated well. 40,000, and we're just starting this stage. On the AP, I was referring to the 40,000 apoapsis. Halfway through our fuel, we already have a extra atmospheric apoapsis. Wow, we got a hell of an apoapsis. Alright. And let's warm up that engine a little bit. Barely have the throttle on at all here. 60,000 meters altitude. And we're in space. 2 minutes away from the AP. I'll just reduce that throttle a little bit. And keep pointing at the horizon, although as we move forward the horizon will fall away and will be pointed more skyward. Burp. Our apoapsis is still going up. cut the engine here a little bit. We should have plenty of fuel. Fuel should not be an issue here. Because we still have another stage right here. There's that stage, throttling down, staging, and throttling up. Watch that periapsis. Try to get our throttle so that our apoapsis is not getting farther from us, which it is. Alright, let's cut the engine. Get this back under a minute. Alright, and give it a little thrust. Alright, that's fairly stable on time to apoapsis. So we'll just maintain this thrust for a little bit. And our periapsis is rising. Ooh, we're halfway through the fuel already. I think we're in good shape, but it's... Ooh, I need to tilt down. It's a little closer than I'd like. Oh yeah, we're in good shape. And we're almost positive. There we go. Positive periapsis. We'll get that up to 70. Actually, I think we're already officially in orbit. Nope. There we go, orbit. That's a lot higher than I meant to go. How much fuel do we have left? Oxidizer, 33. Eesh. So let's go ahead and turn this around. We'll get our periapsis. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, let's drift into it a little bit. Get our periapsis down closer to 70. Because we don't have a lot of solid rocket fuel, so we don't want to get stranded. There we go. Watch this number. Needs to be above 70, but not much. There we go. So how much fuel? Let's see. We still got a decent amount of fuel. So the sad part is that when we separate, we're going to have an engine and fuel tank floating around, cluttering up the orbital area. We can fix it later, but it's just sad that we can't fix it now. Well, I guess what I could have done, but well, we can't see very well here. What I could have done is mount this on the top. No, we could have used radial chutes for the capsule so that we could eject. So basically connect this to this, turn this around so that it's pointed the opposite direction. It would have created so much drag on the ascent though, so that might not have worked. Alright, altitude. Oh, where are we? Okay, so we have to come down in our altitude. I didn't even notice that. I should have been paying attention to that. So right now our altitude is 132 kilometers, and we have to be between 90 and 100 kilometers when we initiate our test. So we will be, because we have our low periapsis, so we're going to be fluctuating between 132 and 72, depending on where we are in the orbit. Okay, well, let's see. We can separate now. Yeah, let's go ahead and separate now. Decouple. And we can time warp a little bit so that until we get close to the 100K, and then we can get ready to initialize our test by making sure that we're in retro. Oh crap, that's another thing. I might have to actually be radial in because we want to affect our periapsis, and if we're on the wrong place on our orbit. Does this make any sense to you guys? I know what I'm talking about. Well, just as we were, we're coming up on it, pointed retro before, we're still pointed the same direction. We're just at a different place in the orbit. Let's go ahead and end the warp now. So if we look at where we are, yeah, we're at a right angle. So we're gonna have to do a radial in. All right, let's get ready to run that test, and let's run it. All right, so we've accomplished the test. Our periapsis is still above 70, but it is going down. We're going through the fuel very slowly, probably because we put the thrust limiter on there, which I thought we would be able to change in flight. We're not able to change that in flight. All right, that'll get us back in the atmosphere. Re-entry in 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get this closer to 30 kilometers. Can you guys even see that? Let's go back to the map screen. We want to get this 68 down to about 30, ideally. And we would like to burn the fuel out before we get back into the atmosphere. Definitely before we separate. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to be like a bottle rocket without a tail, and we're going to be, it'll be like we're standing in front of a gun. Oh wow, we still got, how much fuel did we start with? 135? Yeah, this is going pretty slowly. But we're in good shape. $68. I'm going to try to turn more radial. Oh, more radial in. There we go. We're still getting the desired effect. Still 95 fuel. Oh, this could be a problem. Let's add a little bit of retro. So you can see we're heading this direction. So we're slowing down as we're burning in. And if the fuel doesn't burn out before we get into the atmosphere, re-entry in 60 seconds. We are definitely not going to get through the fuel in that time. We're burning about 1 unit every 8 to 10 seconds. And we still have 88 to go. Alright, 75 kilometers altitude, so 5,000 until re-entry. Periapsis is at 45,000. Let's go ahead and point a little more retro. So we'll slow down our actual forward velocity. There's 39 periapsis. We're in the atmosphere. Still have 80 units of fuel. So let's just go directly with slowing down. I think we're going to have a problem. We are slowing down, even though we're approaching the periapsis. So we are getting a braking effect from burning. Periapsis is the point closest to the center of gravity of what you're orbiting, but it's the part of the ellipse where you are moving the fastest. Once we get close to, I want to say 49,000, we're going to really start feeling the heat from the atmospheric friction. And we're still going well over 2,000 meters per second, so there will be some friction. I wanted to make sure I had enough fuel in there so that we could deorbit, but yeah, a little too much fuel. And maybe we should have gone with 5% instead of 1% on the thrust limiter. Oh, there's the heat at 51,000. Let's see if we can stay on retro. Oh, I've got Jeb. Jeb can keep me on retro. And the engine should be able to take the heat. We might not be atmospherically stable. Especially as we go through the fuel, the center of mass will be moving forward. And like a dart, the center of mass likes to be at the front of the moving object. Are we even gonna get through the fuel before we hit the ground? We are heating up, but as the atmosphere gets thicker, the more resistance we get from it, so that not only increases the heat, but it also increases the braking effect. So we're continuing to slow, but the rate of slow is slow. All right, 58%, 59% of critical thermal percentage. And I'm not sure that's for the solid rocket booster. 63%, so it may blow up on us. We can stage if we have to, but it's going to get ugly. So it's, you know, which ugly do you want? Oh, we're getting a heat warning. We're down to 30,000, but we're close to 2,000 meters per second, so I think we're going to be okay. Jeb, you're doing a good job keeping us holding that retro. We're up to 80%. We're still slowing down. I think we're going to be okay. The heat is going up. Uh-oh, 87%, 88. Oh, we might have to. Oh, 91. If we get to 96, I think I'll eject. But I don't think it'll do any good because the air pressure is going to keep the engine pushed against us. All right. All right. So we got rid of it. Where did it go? Oh, it went ahead of us. So it didn't blow up. So we didn't need to eject it. But it was 98% of critical. Oh, I'm getting a warning here. I'm going to take a... Oh, it's only 8:30? I can dismiss that. I'm going to take a quick pee break. Oh, I should have left that on so we could see how far away it went. And I don't think I can... Oh, I can switch to it. Oh, it's still holding retro. That's amazing. I guess that's just aerodynamically its best bet. It's still slowing down, but it would be hilarious if it had a halfway decent landing. But at 1% thrust limiter, I can't imagine that's even possible. This amuses me. I hope we don't have to bring the part back. Continuing to slow, but I don't think it's going to slow down enough in time. Hey! How you doing? Yeah, it's going to crash. 700, 600, 500. It's going to crash! No target. Alright, can we switch back? We're too far away now. So we got to go to the tracking system. Tracking station. What are you up to? We're just testing parts. I don't have any tracked objects? Oh, it can't be on the ground yet. Where's the ship? Toggle debris, rovers, toggle ships. There's no ships. There's no way it landed already. This should take us back to the Space Center. Pause menu. Tracking station. Well, this should be the same thing. And no tracked objects. Did we lose Jebediah? I'm not even sure what part of the planet we were coming down on. It could be that the parachute didn't deploy because we weren't tracking it. Oh, man. Let's go to the astronaut complex, see who's home. Ground control to Major Jebediah. We are in trouble. Let me see if I can load the persistent. And no tracked objects. Damn. I could try to load the previous persistent. Before we do that, we don't have any active missions, so that was completed. Jebediah will come back. But I think I'd rather cheat than wait. Let's see. So, how do you do this, you may be asking? Steam apps, common, Kerbal. Saved games, saves, breaking ground, because that's the name of this. Backups, persistent. It is now 8:34. So this is probably the one we want. Go to the previous, paste this, change this one to, call that backup, and then we will modify the name of this one so that it is now the primary persistent. Come back to the game. Oh, get in there. Load. Persistent. Load. Well, that's a load. Let's see if we can track now. Untitled spacecraft. Let's fly it. See how far we are backwards in time. Seems like a lot. Okay, so we still have the liquid fuel attached. And our PE is at 100. Alright, so let's have Jeb set us to retro. Whew. Jeb, you're back! What? Was I gone? I promise to be a benevolent god of time. I don't make promises. They're just... something comes up, can't keep them. Or you have to sacrifice one good for another. And it's not always the better one. Okay, let's get the periapsis. I think this time we'll get the periapsis down to about... yeah, this is good right here. This is good. Alright, so let's lose... I'm trying to think if there's a way that I can better use this fuel and then still test the engine part. No, because it needs to be in orbit, so we can't have our periapsis below 70,000. So, I don't think. Let's keep that up. So we got to get down to 100,000 meters. Let's warp it up like we do. Didn't want to overshoot it. Alright, so do we want to go with retro? Yeah, let's just go with retro. And then if we need to, Jeb, keep us on retro, and we will start our test. Alright, we're green. So now all we have to do is survive. What is that? Is that a city or a volcano? Looks like it's in 3D and I don't have my glasses on. Maybe a weather system? Jeb feels the burn. Look at that big old smile. Alright, periapsis is back in the atmosphere. That's good. But instead of shrinking it over the same point, we're moving it farther down range. So that gives us more to work with, since we still have over 100 units of fuel. But we're already at 30,000. We're gonna be fine. Alright, still at 90,000 meters altitude. We're going to be coming in kind of steep. That might be a problem. Maybe I should radial out. Periapsis is going back up. As long as I keep it under 40,000, we should be fine. so much fuel left. Where is the Space Center anyway? Anyone seen the Space Center? Is that it? No. Oh, it's way over here. And the periapsis is way over here. Still out of the atmosphere and down under 90 units of fuel. So I'm not unhappy about this. Periapsis 10,000. It's probably close to the Space Center now. Nope. Still has quite a way to go. It's going to continue to rotate around. See if we can get back on that radial out point. $12,000 on the periapsis. Meters of altitude. Once it gets to 30, we'll switch back to a retro burn. Our descent is fairly slow, which, you know, it should be under the circumstances. But we're still going to have a lot of fuel left over. I think. We're definitely doing a lot better than we did before on using up the fuel. I can't tell which way on the dial retro is, but it should be 270 since we're traveling at approximately, you know, eastward. So pointing westward should be pointing towards retro. Alright, we're under 80,000 meters. Oh, we're at our apoapsis. Oh, that's interesting. Our apoapsis caught up with us as our periapsis moving away from us. Periapsis only 13,000 feet. Well, at this point, I would have to prograde burn. And our periapsis is descending again. Let's go with a little bit of prograde. And we'll get our periapsis past Kerbal Space Center. What are we going to do once we get to 30? Are we just going to hard retro? No, because that'll have the opposite effect. I think we'll go back to radial out. Alright, radial out. And a little bit of retro. Alright, what's our current altitude? 79,000. I'm not sure where we'll splash down, but at this rate I think it'll be just east of the Space Center. Periapsis height is going down again. Right, that's back up to 30,000. Switch back to radial out. Where are we? We're here. Maybe we should go radial in. I'm not sure how much fuel we have left. Probably time to stop worrying about that. A little bit of retro. Altitude is... Why is our altitude going up? Oh, because we're approaching the AP. A little more retro. Trying to keep the periapsis. Oops, that was too much. Right about 30,000. But it may just be time to go full retro. Bring it in. Our altitude is 83,000. We're burning straight towards the planet. It's like a scene out of Dr. Strangelove. I guess that was more of a bomb than a missile. $81,000. There's a bug on my screen. Periapsis is down to 20,000. As soon as we hit the atmosphere, we'll turn towards retro, but we'll be pretty much out of fuel by then. So if my goal was to use up all the fuel, I'm on the right track. 75,000 on the altitude. $73. And then we're down to 2120 units of fuel. 21 more accurate. Something changed, I'm not sure what. Our periapsis is almost, well, it is ground level, it's almost sea level. We're in the atmosphere. Let's start our retro. What's left of it. And we're at almost 23,000 meters per second. So this is one way to waste time. But we got the green on our experiment. So far nobody's died except that time that we took it back. Nine units of fuel left. And this says 55 seconds of burn. Is that right? Seems like it's burning a little faster than that. Maybe not. Alright, we're still holding retro. Velocity is down to 22,064 meters per second. So we've lost about 50 meters per second. Starting to warm up. Yeah, we're below 50,000 meters in altitude. Looking at our heat. Up to 39% on critical heat for the engine. We're not slowing down much, but we are slowing down. We're almost out of fuel. Once we're out of fuel, we can separate and probably have to spin. Fuel is empty. Let's... Tempted to ride it out for a little bit, but we are actually accelerating. And looks like we're going to start slowing down. What's up? Cool.
You probably don't want to eat on the air.
Nah, really.
Like it's an ASMR and
No. Thank you. Could do what Dr. Lupo does and just bend down out of screen. If it's good enough for Lupo, it's good enough for me, right? Alright, we're at 80% critical temperature. Slowing down significantly. It's still going to get too hot. 91. Let's get ready to separate, and we'll probably have to roll after we separate. 96, 97, separating, and rolling. Alright. Come back! You don't have to, I don't want it to come back. Alright, and I believe our parachute is already armed, is that right there? Deploy when safe. Alright, ooh, that smells good. Wow, that's a weird looking mountain. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick pee break. Be back in a few. I have returned from the bathroom, and I feel I should inform you that in accordance with state and local regulations, I have washed my hands. We're having Chinese without me. Mugu Gai Pan. Of course, now I got stuff in my mouth. We earned 0.3 science? Oh, that's from recovering the vessel. I guess because it's not our first rodeo. I thought we would have gotten more than that from the experiment, though. Escape the atmosphere, sun orbiting. Oh, that's right. We spent most of our points. So we got 15 for that. It's hard on nifty. Okay. Oh, well, this is what I need. What's... Nothing active? What's available? Hull. A thumper. Into flight. Do we have any more 3s? We don't have any 3s. We got a 2. I don't think we're ready for that munshot. Observation, observation, observation. Test radial decoupler at the launch site. That'll be easy. We get 1 point for it. I should have read the actual mission requirement. Radial decoupler, Kerbal, launch site, performing test. Activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. Alright, easy peasy. Bing, 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 bing. Alright, so that should be it. We've got about half an hour before I gotta go to work. And it's dark, so, right, we're on Kerbal, we're at the launch site, and we're getting ready to stage. Despite the... It was a success, and nobody got hurt. Let's collect our point. See, just, you know, when you get these easy ones, you gotta take advantage of them. I think we even made money on the deal. Mun, thumper, swivel, escape trajectory out of Kerbal. So if we went to the moon, we could do both of those at the same time. Heat shield in flight, parachute in flight. You should be able to do both of those at the same time. 27 to 37,000. Wow, that is a hell of a speed. So we need to be nearly orbital. Yeah, this would be like coming out of orbit. At what altitude? 27 to 37. Wow. Yeah, we would be going fast. And then what's this one? 9,000 to 13,000. What do we get for that? We get, oh wait, 4 for that. 4 for that. This one, we can just trial and error it. Parachute, 120 meters per second. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. All right, get rid of that. And we will put that on there with some fins. ×3. Parachute for survival reasons. Actually, that's what the experiment is. And we obviously are going to want different stages there. Oh, I don't have a separator. Yeah, that was so much for AI. Right, so Kerbal flying 90 or 9 to 13,000 meters, 120 meters per second to 190 meters per second. Let's see what happens. I think that's a full fuel tank. I didn't see what that said. So it'll be on our way back down. Okay, there we're through 13,000. I'm not sure why we're exploding. Oh, we lost our fins. Holy crap. We do not need that much fuel. 139, yeah, oof. We might even be able to get away with the smaller one. Let's try that. Since it's an acceleration force, cutting the fuel in half should cut the apoapsis down to at least thirds. Okay. Those stars, they're so pretty. Alright, let's bring up the experiment data. Alright, we're above 13,000. We need our speed to be between 120 and 190. We're continuing to slow, so we're going to get up to 26,000. What's in the box? Oh, what do we have here? Wontons and some sort of sauce? It's like a soy sauce, but it's a little sweeter and a little more gingery. I might have to wrap this up. Of course, we've got half an hour anyway. I am gonna nosh. Now we got a long way to fall. Oh, I don't know if this is through the staging process or not. So our speed's a little high. Let's get rid of that. We got to get under 190. And then we can stage. I should have separated earlier. And yeah, too late. So I turned the thrust limiter down to, what was that, like 89%, I think? Reduce the fuel by about another 10 to 15%. let's just skip to tomorrow. Oh, I thought this had a way to do that. Oh, you have to do it from the Space Center. I mean, we're at the Space Center, but you have to do it from the overview of the Space Center. Oh, I'm gonna eat another one of those. All right, T and launch. I haven't changed. This is the default flag on this one. All right, apoapsis is 17,000. Once we start our descent, if we're approaching 200, then I'll separate. And which reminds me, there we go. We may be able to do it the other way around. Got to get down to 13 without... Yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah, we're over 190, so there we go. And... oh, we're still accelerating! That ain't cool! And we're not going to slow down before we hit 9,000. Back to the drawing board. Actually, we could do that again and just separate earlier. But we're not going to do that.
Are you winning?
I am winning.
There is Nubu Pan left over and general chicken.
I was wondering if that was sweet and sour or what.
Derek's Mimi chicken was way better.
His what chicken?
Mimi chicken.
I'm not familiar with Mimi chicken.
I'm not either, but apparently maybe it's just like an only a 20th Street Chinese hole in the wall restaurant chicken. I don't know.
Nor do I.
I don't think so.
Is it a matter of sophistication? Is that what it is?
It's not. That's what's funny.
Okay, I was thinking that's why it was funny. Oh, I can't stop eating these now.
Sorry.
What are you gonna do?
I was thinking about you. I didn't think there'd be leftovers, so I was like, oh, those pot stickers. But it's
Yeah.
funny. So note to self, next time, we only need like 2 orders inside.
And I gotta get ready for work in here in about 20 minutes. There's 9,000. And our speed is a little too high, but if I get another check mark, oh, it's gonna be close. There we go. And then we can just time warp back down to the ground. We're still going up.
I was sitting there waiting for the food. Did you pull up and wait for it? This girl pulled up next to us and was like, hey, not to be crude, but how did you enjoy your flying experience? Because I said that came back. And I was like, it was bomb. I love that. Tell everybody. Unfortunately, everybody I know has already bought a car.
Oh, Carvana.
This year. Yeah. It was
Yeah, we bought a car from Carvana. You know, the one where you get your car from a vending machine, to oversimplify it. And yeah, no complaints. Good time. It was nice going there and not having someone try to sell you more stuff, but instead trying to give you free water. And yeah, Carvana, recommended. 5 stars, would use again. Hashtag advertiser friendly. Alright, so now we have 27. Let's buy something. That costs 45. That's going to cost 45. So it seems like we've got some more sciencing to do before we can upgrade our science. Wow, wow, wow. Hmm? I am enjoyable. I know, because I keep telling myself that. See, I'd need to be able to... I could build a plane, or I could do several rocket shots. Listen, assuming these are close enough. Hmm? I'm not surprised. I thought it would have been here already. Here's another cheap and easy one. Let's do that. Because it's just wrong not to. Go. Oh, which one was it? Was it the 25? TD 25? I believe that's this one? No, that's this one. Alright. We're going to set the force on it to 0 so we don't blow up. And this should be easy. Oh, gonna have another one. Sorry, guys. Jealous.
It smells like Noobitry pan, let me tell you.
I'm not sure how you mean that. Green light. You mean it smells like something that would be called Moo Guy Pan, or it smells like Moo Guy Pan should smell?
I've never really been a huge fan, so it smells. It almost smells like spicy.
28. Yeah, if the kids eat it, then it's hard to complain. Splash down. We can do that. Yeah. He won't eat anything except this now. Blue ball's too high. You don't want to get blue balled. Set that to triples. I can't even tell. Oh, it's still too high. Maybe if we set this to 8. Get it as low as we can. That's almost stable. What else can we do? Less fuel? We were going to do that anyway. That made it worse. How can we beat this game? With a stick, of course. These are too big. I can't tell. Oh, okay. Well, that's stable-ish. What if we drag these down? Okay, this is just silly, but if it works, it works. Well, we really need our control surfaces, but that's why we use the swivel, so that we can steer. Gonna need that. And our test is actually the TD12 decoupler. Splash down. Do you want to it slightly above the COM so when you are descending you don't flip? I'm going to use the parachute for that. Basically all I want to do is get it to shoot out over the water and land. Or splash down. Well, I could be wrong. Let's take a look. I mean, it's more fun if I'm wrong, right?
Yes.
Says the long-suffering wife. Alright, SAS. Throttle up. Launch, and... oh, that was not enough fuel. By a lot. Let's deploy the chute. I don't think we're going to drift to the water. I think we just need more water. Or fuel. Yeah. Back to the drawing board. Let's see. We don't need a whole lot more. Maybe this will be enough. And I probably could have just drug the fins down without adding the extra structural parts here. Which way is east? That way. Right, stability, throttle up, launch, turn. Prepare to shoot. Don't shoot! Alright, looks like we are probably going to make the water. Yeah, we will make it. Ruh-roh. I like our odds. It's going to be close. I should have waited to deploy. Let the momentum carry us farther. Maybe the tide will come in. Maybe the wind will blow. Any way the wind blows. Is it worth waiting, or should we try again? Oh, it's like gambling. The mission is to test the stack separator while splashed down on Kerbal. So I just needed to get this to the water so I could test it. Then I can't do cars or planes yet. It's gonna be close. I think we're gonna get wet. Maybe I can lean. Yeah, we're touching the ground, but I think we're officially floating. And oh, I don't know if I have to do it through staging or testing. Through the staging sequence. There we go. And it's green. We win. Somebody hand me a towel. What time is it? 9:21? We probably don't have time to do anything else. So I think we got like 1 point of science out of that. That's better than no points. Indeed. Surveys, surveys, surveys. What's going on? Escape trajectory. This too hard. We can't do that in 10 minutes anyway. This we can probably do. The hard part is going to be, I think, yeah, a certain range at a certain speed. I think the only way to do it is to actually achieve orbit and then re-enter. But that speed at that low in the atmosphere, whew, I think I know how to do it though. Put a fuel tank between the command module and the heat shield. Yeah, I've been to Duna, but I've never landed nor taken off from Duna nor Eve. Been to Moho and landed. Oh, what a pain. And then I've got one mission on a different save that's on a return course back to Eve from Moho. I don't like their odds. They've got 800 meters per second of delta V to try to capture on Eve. Otherwise, they're just on their way out of the solar system. So there will definitely be some atmospheric braking. If I can't get that just right, I'm just gonna have to quit. Anyway, what can we do here in the next 10 minutes? Radial mount parachute over Kerbal. 1007. We can do this. Wow, that's a pretty big window. We can do this. And through the staging sequence. Alright, let's go ahead and do this one. Should be pretty easy. What was the name of the part? MK2 Radial. That might work. And separator MK2. Oh, I don't have that part. I have to research it first. Crap. Hello, King Akira. I'm just getting ready to wrap it up. Head out for work. Yeah, MK2 radial mount parachute. Oh, it's going to be in utility. I was looking in the wrong place. Well, I'm pretty much done. Oh. Ah, konbanwa. So, utilities. Where's utilities? It should look like a hexagon. Oh, I'm already there. What an idiot. I think it was the Mark II radial, wasn't it? And not the... Yeah. So, oh, where'd it go? I lost it. There it is. Let's just put one on there. You know, why not? Oh, that was Sharon. Sharon, say hi again.
Hi.
Mrs. T-Ray. Let's see if that gets us the altitude we need. Oh, I don't have fins on it, do I? It's a swivel. It'll be fine. And if not, hilarity will ensue. Alright, so between 1 and 7,000, 60 to 240. Stabilize. Let's get this ready to... Oh, nope. Let's get in there. Get it ready. Oh, it has to be through the staging process. So... we'll try that, and we can move it around if we need to. Oh, you've never seen her before? She is the elusive Sharon. I forgot to throttle up. How high do we need to go? 1 to 7,000? Well, there's one. Are we going We are going the appropriate speed, so if I actually had... I think I screwed up. Let's try that again. There, we want to keep it under 240, right? Stability, throttle. Lunch! Oh, and I need to be... Oh, it has to be through the staging process. That's what I did wrong. There we go. Green light, everybody. Whoa, where are you going? Engine, come back! Oh, I'm gonna miss that engine. The times we had together. Like that time we launched and it went flying away. I'll remember that forever. Or at least until the next launch. Alright, speed it up, guys. I gotta go to work. Whoa, something landed somewhere. 4 meters per second. Probably cut this one so we can land a little faster. Little. What time is it? 9:27? Just looking at Jeb, he's hilarious. Oh, on your trip to Oh, no, that was Sticky that said that. Why are you gonna die? I couldn't have done that if I tried. I should have taken a screenshot of that. I'm not good at landing in specific places. Alright, 33. So we still need 11.2 more science before we can upgrade anything else. Jebediah Kerman, 123, why are you going to die? Oh, we can recover that. Sweet. Why is it not recovering? It's not saying. Maybe if we fly it, then we can recover it. Oh, it's just that piece? Oh, yeah, that's going to be worth a lot of money.
Did you try the sauce?
I did not try the sauce. Okay. It smelled a little gingery for my taste, but... Let's see, hull, escape trajectory? No, I still can't do that. Booster, above Kerbal. It's a fairly tight window. And using a solid rocket that high, we just need to haul it though. But still, that's a high altitude for a solid rocket booster. Especially a big one like that. Good night! Adios! Konbanwa. Bon matin? I don't know. My phone is telling me I need to go to work, but my heart is telling me if I don't go to work, it's going to stop beating because I can't afford food. Let's see, test at the launch site. That actually looks easy. I want you to test the Hammer Solid Rocket Booster at the launch site. It's only worth 1 point, but we have time to do it. Part through the staging sequence. When all test conditions are met, Kerbal launch. Oh, it's too easy not to do. Are we gonna cheat? Oh yeah, kinda. We get that, and then we're gonna drop the hammer, and then we're gonna take all the fuel out, and it's the only object in the stage. So what a way to end the show. And check the test conditions. All right, stage. It was a harrowing experience for all of us, I know. All right, I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank everyone who has liked and subscribed in the past and who has shared with their friends. That's probably the most important part, I mean, right? I think I'm hamming it up because Sharon's here. All right, it's always more fun when you're here, so I hope to see you guys again next time. And we still have over 10 points until we can upgrade anything else in the research area. All right, we'll probably do this again tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow, going on a date. So maybe after the date, but no promises.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? She doesn't think so. That sounds dirty. Anyway, I'll see you when I see you.